the 21st century skills. I am to make a product about the 21st century skills as a substitute for missing out on Module 3. I actually started writing, but since everything we do seems to be in writing these days, I decided it would be more fun to do something different, and so that is what I'm doing. The 21st century skills are, I guess you could call them some abilities that our students must achieve in order to succeed in their careers. In about 2 years, or well, 2.5, I'm going to be a teacher for young learners. And so for me, how am I going to apply the 21st century skills to my classroom? How am I going to implement them into my teaching? The 21st century skills are some skills that our children,
the future of our world,
must achieve in order to manage life and to succeed in their careers. The skills refer to how we can succeed in a world full of electronic devices and the internet. In order to not make this video like an hour long, I decided to make this video about the 4 C's of the 21st century skills, because I believe that the 4 C's are a great place to start in applying the skills to my teaching to young learners. The 4 C's of the 21st century skills are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. And now I want to take a deeper look at each one of them and, just sort of to get a clearer understanding of each C's purpose. Critical thinking is all about activating the higher order thinking skills. We as teachers must teach our students to be critical thinkers and problem solvers by teaching them ways to learn by themselves and to help them find out what method fits their way of learning the best, because we all learn differently. As an example, I study physical education at the moment, and the teacher gives us these questions at the beginning of each class that we're supposed to answer. But the thing is, I can actually answer every question correctly without even knowing what I'm answering, because the questions are built upon our homework, and the questions actually fit to parts of our textbook. And so without even knowing what I'm answering or what I'm supposed to learn, the teacher just says, yeah, you've answered everything correctly and you completely understand. You can move on to the next task. But in reality, I don't know, I don't understand. And that is not a classroom of critical thinking, because you should not be able to just Google or look up on page 33 in the textbook to find an answer, because then you are just stuck at the lower order thinking skills, and that won't help you in life, and that won't help prepare our students for life. And that is our job as teachers. It is to prepare our students for life. So that is some deep shit. A classroom of critical thinking encourages the students to go online to retain information and from reliable resources. And it is our job as teachers to make sure to teach them that, how to know if a resource is reliable or not. And then, they must be able to retain the information and, conceptualize it and then personalize it and apply it to their learning, or apply it to their lives. Deep shit, bro. Creativity is all about thinking outside the box to find solutions. I can say from personal experience that most of the assignments I did in school can fit into 4 categories. Write a paper, make a presentation, film a video, or make something artsy about a topic. And I won't say that I didn't learn or have fun with those assignments or with some of those assignments, but they sure did not allow me to be creative in a technological way. We have all these different devices, and it seems like there's a new device every day, or well, at least a new app every day. So even though we as teachers might not know every device that is out there or every app that's out there, we should allow and encourage our students to be creative in using today's technology to learn, to express, to find information, and all the other stuff that those electronic devices bring to the support of our students' learning. Communication is the skill that seems very easy and achievable in no time because our children, or well, our students, are messaging and texting each other all the time, every chance they get. And even though it is easy to connect with others wherever they are or wherever you are, that does not mean that our students have good communication skills. If you want your students to have good communication skills, you must teach other aspects of the concept than just verbal language and written language. Communication includes the student's body language, the student's listening skills, You could say that communication is where the students learn to put words on their thoughts in order to make their peers clearly understand their message. Also, this is where the students learn to interpret whether their interlocutors actually understand what they're saying. Collaboration is an ability to work together with others to achieve a common goal. Now, this means that when my students are to work in a group, they must listen to each other and evaluate on what ideas to use in the process towards the goal. Now, this does not mean that every idea was not good, but simply that sometimes you must kill your darlings in order to achieve the best possible product or goal. Now, this is also where they learn to divide themselves between roles of what they're good at and their interests, because nobody is good at everything. And in order to achieve the best possible outcome, they should make use of each other's talents. But assigning a group project is not teaching them to collaborate. Of course, you could argue that, well, if they work in groups, they'll learn to collaborate. Well, yes, that is true to some extent. If you want that work to be successful, I believe that we as teachers must address the concept and find ways to really help our students understand the importance of collaboration. While group projects are a great way to collaborate in the classroom, there is something I find more important to teach, and that is the digital collaboration. Not that I don't find the physical collaboration important, because I do, but because the digital collaboration is not something I see many schools teach their students, and they should, because digital collaboration is increasing throughout the world. And like, speaking from experience, I find myself collaborating digitally through my work, my hobbies, and even or mostly school education. Um, so yeah, I really do believe that digital collaboration really should get more attention from schools and from teachers. I can say from personal experiences that when I work in a group and we receive an assignment, we divide it between us. We go home, we do our work, we put it together and hand it in or present it. And that is not collaboration. That is not working together. That is doing individual work and putting it together into one assignment. Collaboration is about working together to achieve a result that is better than if you were to do the work alone. You know, collaboration is kind of like that saying, four eyes are better than two. You know, so the more brains you have working on a problem, the better the outcome, you know? That was my understanding of the four C's. Um, of course, I will learn a whole lot more when I get to teach and actually experience a classroom. But for now, this was my understanding of the four C's. I have linked a bunch of resources that I use to gather the information about the 21st century skills and that really helped me understand the four C's. And yeah, so I've linked those resources in the description box below, so just make sure to check them out if you want to. And then thanks for watching.